So every other month, it seems that women sit around and come up with new terms and phrases. And these terms and phrases, they don't really mean anything per se, but it gets the other bird brain women excited, right? It gets them all riled up, you know? So allow me to introduce you all, in case you haven't heard, of the latest dumbass movement that a lot of women who have trouble thinking for themselves have adopted. It's called Decentering Men. And the cult leader of this movement, I like to think, one of the people who started this all, at least she was the first person I heard of, seems to be the music artist Kehlani.
Okay, so hear me out. I was bisexual my entire life, and then came out as a lesbian almost 4 years ago now. But when I realized recently, actually, all of the fucking elevation in my life that has come from decentering men in every fucking area of it, in your spiritual spaces, in your practices, in who you're getting educated by, and who you're being taught by, in community, everything. When I prioritized women and also just centered myself and women, when all the bad bitches decide what planet that they're going to after we fuck this one, invite me because I will thrive.
Now, Kehlani is one of the messiest 304s we've ever seen have such a disastrous public track record with relationships. This girl done had more hot dogs and sausages renting out space in her cervix than the goddamn Yankee Stadium, right? And, you know, because she's attractive and has relationships all over the music industry and is overly sexual in her music and her records, nobody ever really calls her out about it, but it's okay. That's why I'm here, you know, because I can't be persuaded by a pretty face and whorish tendencies. So let's just have a little discussion, shall we, about decentering men. Let's start with Kehlani. Whenever I hear the name Kehlani, it's never followed by immediate thoughts of, oh, she made some dope music. Oh, what about that one slap Kehlani made? It's never about her music or how talented she is as an artist. Instead, I always think about how much of a used whole that she's been in the public eye of the media for men in her life, for men all over the world, for men in music, for men just everywhere, right? And after her disastrous end to her relationship with Kyrie Irving, who absolutely adored and pedestalized her, by the way, she went on an epic run of being ran through. Okay, she started off projecting this image of being a very down-to-earth, eccentric girl with an old soul, and that's why she was so in love with Kyrie, only to find out that she was back getting tip drilled by her ex party next door.
Nah, ain't no fucking way. Did y'all know Kehlani got married and it wasn't to her or to him? Let me get y'all the tea, because this shit is crazy. So this is the relationship I was used to seeing. You know, they was America's favorite lesbian couple. But then today I'm on TikTok, and this guy comes out the blue talk about this is her child's father. I didn't even know baby had a kid. And after springing all this news upon us, he go on to say, she abusive? Kehlani, baby, I love you. This is with love, I promise. But fuck all that. Let me show y'all who she got married to. So apparently, a couple months ago, Kehlani was in Vegas. She married this girl that works for A&R for some record label. And then they got an annulment a couple months later. The girl is literally saying that Kehlani married her to promote her upcoming album and that she was crazy when they got married. Here's the little statement she made. Also, she didn't ask for no money, so I guess, I don't know, this shit crazy. Kehlani, what's going on, mama? Then I forgot she was with bro. Like, bro, I'm sick as fuck.
I mean, allegedly, right? I gotta say that. I gotta include allegedly. I don't want Kehlani suing me or something like that, you know. Anyway, rumor was that this is what caused her and Kyrie's relationship to end. It was what caused her to split. And Kyrie was crushed, like heartbroken, okay? And to his credit, because he's such a stand-up guy and just a great human being from everything that I've seen from him, when the news broke of the split and Kehlani was being dragged by fans all over the country and throughout media, Kyrie tried to come to her defense, right? He tried to deny the cheating rumors and allegations, but by then it was much too late, okay? The public eye and the media had already decided Kehlani's fate. Kyrie tried, but he just didn't know that, you know, you can't retrain or refurbish whores. You know, their tendencies, you know, you can't use good intentions and princess treatment to get it done because that's not what they care about. In the end, that's not what women like Kehlani want. Kehlani wants to live her life in complete promiscuity, but also she wants to be looked at and admired as some type of icon. You know, she wants the best of both worlds. Well, it don't work that way. She wants to be a symbol of what women should strive to be. And because she's failed in all of her relationships with men, she now likes talking about how much she hates them and has disdain for them, right? And understand that Kehlani was never the problem. No, it's always the men that were the issue. Never Kehlani, always the men. Which is how we end up getting video selfies from her about how Decentering Men has elevated her life in every capacity, somehow. Mind you, she has a whole entire kid that she popped out of her coochie somewhere in this world that she got by laying down with a man. But this just goes to show you all how none of these women actually know what the hell they're talking about. They're all confused. None of the women that are part of this Decentering Men movement actually have a clue about life for real. They're living their lives on a fairy tale dream because of what men have done. They don't know what they're doing. Kehlani has been confused her entire life. And now she's out here giving advice to your daughters. And of course, the other delusional women that think like she does. Okay, let me give to you Exhibit A.
As a woman, the most evolved version of yourself has decentered men. Your best self is similar to your child self. That version of you was not hurt, was not traumatized, came into this world smiling, kicking, loving, wanted to explore, wanted to see what arts and crafts could do, had an imagination that was taking you on a journey around the world constantly. Where in your childhood self, where in your adolescent, just baby self, discovering the world, were you thinking about men? Boys are bad. Boys are... You knew what the truth was as a little girl. You were too busy playing with Barbies, playing with animals, learning yourself. We did not have time for boys. But somewhere in the patriarchy, they convince us that without a man, we are just about to turn to dust and shrivel up and be like a little witch and cat lady, dog lady. Let them think that. The funny part is that's actually when you become the most magnetic, because men can pick up on your energy and they'll be like, damn, she don't even want me. I want her even more.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
I want her. She don't want me. She too busy changing the world. Wow. How inspiring. How beautiful. Those are the women that they want, not the pygmishas, not the ones that are willing to cook, clean, do everything under the sun. They want women who have decentered them because they know their power. And men know that is a queen. That's a woman he doesn't have to worry about cheating on him. That's a woman that he knows knows her worth, and there's nothing sexier than that.
Do you hear this stupid shit? Did you hear it? I'm not gonna lie. I kind of blame men for women like this existing in the world, because as soon as y'all see a pretty face and a fat ass open her mouth, y'all disregard what actually comes out of it. And y'all start simping in the comments and giving these kinds of women validation through heart eyes and double taps on Instagram and TikTok and whatever other media that y'all can get your hands on. You all are the reason why these women act like this. This chick said the most evolved woman is a woman that has decentered men. And moreover, that men want and desire women who do not want them. She believes this makes men want that woman more. The woman who has turned them down, who is saying no. And my question to y'all is, in what fucking universe? Huh? In what universe? Which one of you loser ass, low self-esteem having ass niggas are out here chasing women that don't want anything to do with you? And why are you doing that? Which one of y'all? Huh? Which one of y'all? Let me tell y'all something, man. No self-respecting man who has his shit together and knows who he is about to sit up here and consistently chase after women that don't want him. No man is about to do that. Not a man of worth. Not a man of integrity. That's retardation and borderline insanity. So then this airhead goes on to have the audacity to say that she's out here changing the world. That women who are decentering men and focusing on themselves are changing the world. Not the men and women who are out here advancing medicine and technology, finding ways to cure diseases, keeping our streets safe, hunting down criminals in the worst of our society. Not the men and women who are farmers, firefighters, engineers, physicians. Not the men and women who are in the military, enforcing our standing as a superpower in the world. She believes that it's her and women like her who have apparently rediscovered fire by decentering men. They're the ones that's the most important. They're doing God's work out here, y'all. They're changing the world. And you want to know how bad this shit is? You want to know how bad it gets? Women like this are out here convincing other malleable idiots who are actually actively married to follow them down this path. As these married women are out here now saying, they're now talking about how exhilarating it is decentering their husbands. You cannot make this shit up. But here, let me give you some proof.
So I get asked a lot how a woman can be married or be in a relationship and decenter men at the same time. So first I'm going to explain to you guys what decentering men really means, because there's a lot of definitions going around that are incorrect. And then also, I'm going to show you how you can be in a relationship with a man and not make him the center of your world. Now, the definition of decentering a man doesn't mean man hatred or misandry and all this other stuff. It just means that you're not making a man the center of your world. He's not the center of your world. You are the star of your own movie. And if you turn around and make a man the star of your own movie and you play the supporting actor role or actress role,
Hey gosh,
that means you're kind of dumb. That's not smart. Men will never, ever choose anybody else over themselves. They won't do it. They'll pretend to, they'll make it seem like it, but men are always going to be selfish and they are always going to pick themselves.
She said men will never choose. Men will never choose their woman, their wife, their girl over themselves. They will always be selfish and choose themselves. Her words, not mine. So men, when y'all hear that bump in the night, and there's a question about whether or not somebody is breaking into the crib, send the girl to do it. Send the wife. Men don't just put themselves at risk out here is what she's saying. We don't risk our lives daily for our women. We don't risk our lives daily for our jobs. Men don't do that. We're inherently selfish, she says. Men don't also take on the most dangerous jobs in the world and work them without complaining, without saying a word. Mum's the word. We just go to work, we do that work, we live our lives, and we work our whole life to build a life for the woman, to make it so that it's comfortable for women. Men do that. Men don't do that. That's what she's saying. As if she's not living her life by the very grace of what men have provided. You cannot make this up, y'all. You can't make this up. Her name is the Sovereign Woman. What simp ass nigga is she dating? If your name is the Sovereign Woman, you ain't gotta worry about me dating you. You don't have to worry about a date. I would never. Men, run. Head for the hills. Do not pass go. Get the fuck up out of there. Turn the other way. Run. Put on the jets. Get up out of there. A woman like this, who completely disregards everything that men do in this world to make it more comfortable for women, is absolutely insane. She'll never be wife material. There's no reason to date her at all. Let her live with herself then. If you're so comfortable, if you're so great, be with yourself forever and then just shut up. That's what you can do. You can just live your life and then shut up. You don't even have to talk about decentering men. You won't have to. Your life will show that. Don't be with a man. Don't get bust down. Just go off. Take as many trips alone as you want. Sleep as many sleepless nights, lonely nights. Have as many as you want. Sleep alone as much as you want. You can do all of that. And she's 40 years old talking this way, by the way. 40. But, man, you can accomplish all of that. If y'all want to hear what the rest of she said in this dumbass video, her name is the Sovereign Woman over here on TikTok. But it's ludicrous. This is what y'all are up against in the dating world. And look no further than the comments right here. First comment says, if you pay attention, the women that are happiest in relationships and marriages are putting themselves first. When she puts herself first, so does he. What the fuck are you talking about? What are y'all talking about? Men are always going to choose self, a lesson I will never unlearn. Look at all these scorned women. These old, scorned women who have chosen wrong their entire life, so now they blame men. Now they blame men. Be the main character of your life. Simple. I've heard this another way. Stress him out. These are the types of women that y'all out here that y'all got to deal with. This person right here says, if I get married, I will have the master bedroom and own bathroom. He will pay all the household bills. I will focus on me, hobbies, health, wellness, my kid, traveling, and I will fit him in. Listen, y'all, I can't make this up, y'all. I'm putting it right in front of y'all face. This is how these women think. I swear to God, listen, men, if you're out here and you're dating, and you're about to go on a date, all you got to do is during the dating process, just ask her this, please. For your own, it's to your own benefit. Just ask her, just say, hey, what do you think about decentering men? Just ask her. Her answer will let you know whether you leave her ass right there, sitting right there in the restaurant so she can continue to decenter, or if she's actually worth you taking in and making her part of your family and your future. But ask her. Because this right here, I swear to God, all you have to do, or just follow her on Instagram, follow her on TikTok, follow her on her socials. Learn how she thinks, learn how she works, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. You don't need another date. You don't need another talk on the phone. It's not another conversation that needs to be had. We know everything we need to know about you. This chick said if she gets married, she will have the master bedroom and her own bathroom. He will pay all of the household bills, and she will focus on her hobbies, health, wellness, her kid, and traveling, and will fit him in wherever she can. Look at the comments. The only way. Look at this. You need to practice the 4B movement. No marriage, no kids, no relationships with men for good. Please do. Please do. Please do. Look at the comments. Here you go. You're lying to yourself. Men are selfish. No man will marry you and say, okay, babe, let's live separately and I will pay everything. They're too selfish for that. I won't accept it because he won't have access. He won't accept it because he won't have access to you. She says that men are too selfish to pay all the bills in a home and give you your own space in the home, your own room in the home, and say, I'm going to continue to pay all the bills and allow you to focus on you and everything else and make me not a priority and make me put me at the bottom of the list while I financially fund, protect, and provide for you. The delusion, listen, I'm baffled at the level of delusion, y'all. I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't know it was this bad. But this is what we're dealing with out here. These idiots, these are the ones that we're dealing with, that y'all got to deal with out here. I pray for y'all daily. I swear I do. The things I would give just to see a world simulation of what would happen if men just stopped caring about women altogether. Just give me a 10-year time skip where we show the effects on a world of men who decenter women completely and just no longer associate ourselves with anything that revolves around women. No more simping over women on Instagram. No more fake caring just so they can hopefully get some coochie at the end of the night. No more catering to them on the job, shielding them from the hard physical labor that mostly men handle. None of that. No more making provisions for women. Just a world where you fucking eat what you kill and live according to your wits and first world problem solving. That's it. I would kill to see a simulation of a world that way and then show it to these women. Since they so brave, since they so sovereign, let's see what a world like that would look like. It never ceases to amaze me how women like Kehlani and that other chick that I put on at the beginning of this video, and then this airhead right here, it never ceases to amaze me how they talk so flagrantly while enjoying a life full of provisions in a world that men built. You cannot make this up. I'm done. I'll check y'all out in the next one. Good luck out here, gentlemen. Good fucking luck.